So, a lot of us Overlanders are still rocking those mid-2000s SUVs and pickups. And honestly, why wouldn't we? They're proven, crazy capable, and the aftermarket support is endless. Basically, they just work. But if there's one thing they don't have, it's modern tech. No built-in Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto, nothing. So most of us end up hunting for aftermarket solutions. Over the past few days, we've been using this wireless CarPlay adapter called the Carlux Pro Plus 2.0. It runs Android natively. It gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto without any headaches, and it just works right out of the box. In today's video, we're breaking down what it does, how it performs, and whether it's worth throwing into your setup. First things first, the box layout is simple, and we have the main device, a braided cable, and a USB-A to USB-C converter. That's it. You can grab a couple add-ons from their website according to your personal needs. Like as you can see, we got an HDMI to mini HDMI cable, so we can hook it up directly without needing to buy anything extra. We get a USB-A to USB braided cable with its adapter, a 32GB micro SD card for added storage, a micro SD card reader, and then the two bigger items, a magnetic car mount and a Bluetooth Air Mouse remote. With that remote, we can interact with the car display from a distance. Or, if we're plugging this into a TV, we can use the remote to type using the built-in keyboard on the back, as well as use the Air Mouse wand to navigate the interface or even do some light touch-style gaming. The main packaging is tight, no wasted space, and the design is simple. We've got squared-off edges all around this neatly boxed AI system. We've got the Carlux branding on the top. The dial, or compass-style dial, doesn't light up. We do get some LEDs at the bottom that illuminate once the unit is powered on. Over on one side of the AI box, we've got a USB-C port to power the adapter, along with a micro HDMI port to send video out to a secondary display, whether that's an HDMI screen in the car or even a TV or monitor if we're using it outside the vehicle. We've got a TF card slot and a SIM card slot. Underneath, we've got a heatsink and some passive cooling to keep things running smoothly. The NA here indicates this is mainly for the North America region. Up on the top, there's a reset switch. Inside, it's running a Snapdragon 6125, Android 13, and Carlux OS 2.0, which explains why everything feels snappy. Zero lag, even with a few apps open. We've tested a lot of Android retrofit units in older rigs, and this is easily one of the smoother ones. The setup process felt simple. We just had to plug it in, wait maybe 20 seconds, and the Carlux dashboard pops up just like that. Then we just connected it to Wi-Fi, tether your phone, or load apps from a micro SD. Bluetooth pairing locked in immediately and stayed that way every single drive. No rewiring, no dashboard surgery, no weekend-draining install project. You plug it in, you're done. That's the real selling point. Within a couple minutes, we were flipping through apps on the car screen like it was a tablet, and everything stayed smooth once we got rolling. Now, where this thing really shines is the features. Apps open quickly. Jumping between Spotify, Maps, YouTube, buttery smooth, thanks to that Snapdragon chip doing its thing. Streaming is the big highlight here. Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, all right there. Software update is available as well on this system over the internet. We are running the current latest version. You can also install applications through the APK Manager as APK Pure for non-Google Store applications. Returning back will take us back to the main menu here, and obviously you got some other video stream apps as well. Obviously you don't want to run this stuff while driving, but when we're staged at a campsite waiting for the coffee water to boil, or parked up on a long trip, having access to actual streaming apps makes time fly. We even get 4K support depending on your head unit. Dashboard layouts are customizable too. Clean wallpaper, widget-heavy, or entertainment first. We kept gravitating to split-screen mode, Maps on one side, Spotify on the other. Just to show you got some split-screen functionality with its own app. You can do 70-30, 60-40, or 50-50. You just simply select the app that you want to run in the primary and then select the app that you want to use in the secondary. Save it. It then creates an application which should be probably right at the end. Here it is here. You can tap that and it'll basically launch your selected apps in your split screen mode. You can then manipulate it if you want to, but you can also use that application to generate it specifically for that side of the ratio that you wish to use. And that's the split screen mode. There's also a driving mode that puts your nav and trip info right up front, which is clutch on the trail. And with dual HDMI outputs, you can run rear screens for passengers, which we think is great if you've got kids on a long haul to the campground. Now, because it outputs HDMI, you're not limited to the SUV. Plug it into a TV or monitor and boom. Instant Android TV setup. Perfect for an old TV in the garage or a junky hotel TV on road trips. The Carlux Pro 2.0 also supports both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Switching between them and the built-in UI is surprisingly smooth. CarPlay or Android Auto is fine if you just want basics, but honestly, we found ourselves living in the unit's UI most of the time. It's more flexible and just feels more customized. Compatibility-wise, it literally supports a monitor, so most car head units are supported. It's perfect for rigs with outdated systems where you don't want to replace the whole head unit. And for us overlanders and off-roaders who spend plenty of time parked at trailheads, campsites, or charging stations, this thing actually makes downtime way nicer. So if you want to check this thing out, links down in the description. Drop your thoughts in the comments, let us know what rig you're running it in, and as always, we'll see you next time.